Now, I would like to show you this next sequence because when I saw this, when I was looking at this game, I couldn't understand it, and then I did. So Magnus plays g5 anyway. This is a sacrifice of a pawn. Pawn takes, knight takes, rook takes h2. Simply a sacrifice. However, white now has the option to retreat the knight, and what that would do is attack the rook, and when the rook goes to h7, white has a nice follow-up, which you can't possibly see from this position. You would need significant visualization skills and excellent calculation. The idea that Magnus came up with here, frankly, the idea that Magnus came up with in this position, look how unbelievable you have to see the board. Magnus saw that in this position, you can play g5, pawn takes, knight takes, rook h2, retreat the knight back to the f3 square, attacking the rook on h2, which would then go to h7 to defend the pawn on g7, which your rook on g1 can see now in all the commotion. Now with the rook on h7 and the bishop on c8 both hanging, Magnus saw pawn takes, knight takes, sacrificing the knight and getting this knight to move, deflecting from the defense of the rook on the h7 square, which went back to defend the pawn on g7, and then white would play queen to c2, seeing that hanging rook and seeing the bishop on the other side. That's absurd, and he saw all of that in about 40 seconds. And the game proceeded, g5 takes, knight f3, rook h7, takes, and queen to c2, forking the rook and the bishop, and white is completely winning. Yeah, if any grandmasters watch my videos, they would sit there going, I mean, Levy just hypes up everything, like, I could have seen that, yeah, but black didn't.